Greetings, Vader Nation. Well, I had to wait a few hours after the game to upload this because I really wanted to clear my mind because after the game I was really quite livid. I mean, I was extremely mad at what I just saw. It was some of the worst football I've seen played in quite a while here. Jones. I mean, this game reminded me how poor performance we had against Iowa State back in 2011 now. Well, we just didn't come out all that great. I mean, we just were dead on arrival. We had not a lot of energy going into this game. I mean, yes, it's a morning game. You're coming off two losses, two close losses. But still, that's no excuse for the kind of game we played today. I mean, for the second straight year, K-State has whooped us. They have outcoached us and they have outplayed us yet again. This game was a disaster. We were awful in this game. We did hardly anything right. I mean, I'm glad we even got as many points as we did. I mean, this was, if I were going to give this game a rating by our performance on my team, I'll give it an F. Our team failed this game completely. We didn't do a whole lot right this game at all, especially defense. Our defense, they choked hard, and they really can't block that one at all. In fact, I think we actually regressed from last week. Because last week we at least kind of ended a bit. This week it's all K-State. I mean, we did get the lead twice, but it was not safe, really. Our defense, the post half was non-existent. I mean, there was nothing there at all. K-State scored on every possession they had with a touchdown, except the final one in the half when they needed out, and that's crap. That is shit. That's embarrassing. You should not allow that to happen. That is just, I'm sorry, that's unforgivable, really. That's just poor football right there. And granted, they did come back in the second half a bit, and they did get a few stops, and they did perform slightly better, but still, that first half performance was the nail in the coffin. I mean, we sucked that first half on defense. I mean, if our defense actually performed decently in the first half, this would have been a close game. But no, they didn't. I mean, so they allowed only 2 touchdowns in the end of the game in the fourth quarter, but yeah, I'm sorry, that was just a hug and watch from a defense perspective. Not to mention, we also had a lot of bad penalties. We kept on making stupid mistakes, and we were undisciplined yet again. We have not been playing all that well the past few weeks. That much is certain, and we have not been disciplined all this year at all, because we are one of the most highly penalized teams, I think. Offensively, this game, it was a train wreck. I mean, we got some stuff going, but then we didn't. It was just a mess. I mean, Webb had a terrible time. He got placed with Mayfield, who had a slightly better game, but he also had some really stupid things happen. He did too. I was a lot of overthrown, underthrown balls and forced throws, missing the guys open, and not getting a whole lot of good blocking up front. Not a whole lot was great this game. Oh, passable. Even our special teams took a bit of a step back in some regards for that block PAT and some major runbacks and kicking balls out of bounds. I mean, really not a whole lot was going on with special teams either. And near the end of the third quarter, we decided to do our onside kick on the subject of special teams. And at that point, it was actually kind of close, I think. I think it was probably around 16 points, was it? Yes, 16, so we were only down by 2 possessions. Easily comebackable. Let's get 2 touchdowns and 2-point conversions. So instead of putting faith in our defense to hold them back way down the field, we did onside kick. And we missed it. I mean, granted, I know what's going on, why he was doing that, because we had to score quickly and we want to keep the momentum on our side, and our defense has not been performing all that well this game. But that second half, they were actually alive. They were getting some stuff done. And I think you should have probably trusted them a bit more, especially since there was third or fourth quarter left and there was still plenty of time to get those 2 touchdowns. But by giving them the short field position, the moment they scored, almost any hope of a comeback was immediately dashed. I mean, we were on a roll. We were getting stuff done. After that, you have the same old stuff that has been going on for the most of the game. Really, we should work more on that one, because their running back, what's his name again? Hubert gashed us. He gutted us for, I don't know, how many yards did he gut us for? Yeah, 157 yards. And Sam's did 81. I mean, they kept on getting a lot of runs on the ground, especially that first touchdown they got, which was embarrassing. Really, really embarrassing. I mean, that was really a tough game to watch, and the game pretty much ended on a interception, and I think that's pretty much how that game was in a nutshell. A whole lot of mistakes, a whole lot of bad football. That's all there was in that game. K-State, congrats on the win, and best of luck. Now, I hope to God we get stuff finished quickly, because we need to work really, really, really hard, because our next 2 games are going to be nightmares for us. I mean, next week we're taking on Baylor, and oh God, the way they're playing right now, after seeing the Oklahoma game, I'm scared shitless of them. And Texas, they have come alive, even though they're kind of going a bit iffy right now, the Kansas game last week, but I still think they are dangerous enough to be a team that can heavily beat us. So, oh yeah, before I forget, I'm not sure if I said this in this video, but we should stop that setting for field goal crap, because we should not be setting for field goals in the red zone at all. I mean, that's pathetic. I'm sorry. We got to work on our red zone offense and our discipline and the rush. All right. So until next week when I preview Baylor, guns up, Raider Power, and Vacuum Tech. Oh boy.